All of these little flowers that you guys will see on the course are in fact drains, which that's how the course is able to stay so good. You know, it's a little squidgy, but all in all, considering all the rain, nice gallopy tricator. Fence 4. So far, the course has been really gallopy, which is nice. You see a little bit of wet. Glad that I got Sharpie. He's a good little mutter. Bergs, come on. Come on. Now I'm walking this fairly early in the morning. I don't go until 11:45, but it's still good to kind of see what the ground's like. But I'll have better light than what we're seeing at the moment. So this is footing underneath. They just protected that, so you can see. Then we have a fair bit of terrain, which again, Sharps tends to do better when he's got terrain. And again, this is footing that's just protected with the tarps. So I don't have to run over tarps, I promise. So this combination's off of a tight turn here. So you really gotta have our horses balanced. So this will be kind of the line that I plan on riding. Boom, and then 4 strides to B. So pretty nice combination right there. Kind of sets us up for the tone of the course. It's number 7. It's a nice table. Gotta respect it, but nice flat ground here, so keep on cruising. Keep our time up. Sometimes it's important to kind of know exactly where you're going to gallop from. So my next fence is that gate straight ahead there. But I'm going to make sure I come through this line, kind of right along this ridge here, kind of plumb a straight line to that sucker to kind of make sure I stay on the most efficient, fastest line. Right. Can I hear? Hopefully that'll dry out some, but this is kind of the line here right along these ropes. Set us up. You can see where everyone's walked the line. Gonna come a little left of center, just so then I can almost get the flag of the 3rd element in the sights. Sharpie very much will read flags, so this walks in a nice 4. And then as you come to this, making sure shoulders are up. Again, that is on a clip as well. So if that's hit with enough force, that will fall down, and then it's 11 penalties. Then we come to this skinny, and then it is a 1 stride to that angle. And that's kind of the line. Looks kind of different when we're on the horse versus on the ground. But again, all these flowers, everywhere you see, are all drains, because this was an old golf course. So there you go. So I hate going across this bridge. 1, I have bridge phobias. 2, I have height issues. So this compounds them. So I just make sure I go pretty quick across the bridge on the horses. But it's pretty fun once you get to the other side. Okay, so we do our ABC across the bridge, come across the bridge, and then this footing here might have to be a little careful just because it's a little clay might get a little muddy. I go fairly early on Sharpie as we come to our fence 9. So we have a bit of a space here to kind of keep on moving, but then you also have to be careful with the ground and such. But it's really good practice and good for our horses to have this, and with the terrain and good stuff. But here's another view. You see the clips. Awesome technology. Very good. So then after this table, we come along here, or you step one, to this combination, which walks in a 5, and then up to that corner, but then you guys will get a head-on view when I walk it. So now coming to this, after we've jumped that table coming down the hill, you're gonna have to rebalance your horse, especially coming around the turn here. This is a more vertical type fence. Again, you can see the clips. Again, nice and safe for us. That will help if a horse hits it. However, we also don't want 11 penalties. So I want to make sure we have our horses nice and coiled up so they can make a good shape on this, especially with sharps. And then this walks down to that chevron B in a 5. And then you can see we have to get to that corner up there. And there's a lot of stuff happening here. This is where I really like to use the idea of focus of intent. So you have to be really focused. Your horse can hear you. So as soon as I jump B, my eyes are gonna go on the track that I want to ride, because I don't want to put my eye on it too soon, or else Sharpie will follow that. And then as soon as I get to about here, this will be my line. And then boom, that should be in a nice 6. That should ride fairly nice, but it's pretty technical. Then we land off of here. We go across this field, and we have another table jump coop thingy over there. So we jump that fence number 11, that's over there. And we head through and we jump this table in the water. So you gotta have powerful horse, but not flat. And then you have kind of like 2 exits, it looks. Anytime you have a choice, it really is faster to get your horse on ground than it is to canter in the water. So we'll just pop out there and head to that ditch and wall. So that should be fun. Yeah. So coming to this, I'm going to be a little mindful of the ground and kind of where I choose my path. Coming to the ditch and wall here. Anytime you ride a ditch and wall fence, you just always keep kicking. Sharpie's a very brave horse. So, but as you can see, we have a ground line here, but it ain't no small ditch. They do have the wall part on a frangible, so if anything was to go wrong, so that's nice. But it's a good old-fashioned type. Get on with it, gallop, have a brave horse fence. Got a good horse for that, so that should be fun.
Serious going?
Yeah, it's there, yeah. So again, this is the back side. We have a big oxer to this corner. Walks in a long 5, but I think, we're nearing the tail end of the course. It's a bigger oxer for Sharpie. I think if I land and just kind of say, he'll close up that gap pretty nicely to make the 5 work. And it's a pretty straight on corner. It's significant, but he should read it quite well. Number 15. Nice big table. Got a fairly good gallop from that. The corner combo to this. And now we're heading on to the lighthouse complex. Right. So we have 16A to B fairly long enough distance. Then you go all the way into the water. That is my seat. And yeah, if you hear a little bell, it's Fergus. Come on, Fergus. All right. Should be good. That's probably like 7-ish strides, so not really gonna matter too much. Just really gonna care about the balance of the horse, and then over that, I want to make sure I have my shoulders back to support over the apex because there is ground falling away. And then again, going through the water, I'm gonna make sure I have my canter put together, and so he's not flat. Then we come around, so see our blue skinny jump. Gonna be nice and efficient with our line. Probably ride to the left side of this bush. Because again, I don't want to waste time, but I also have to manage my ground. Come on, Fergs. Jump this. And then we do kind of a loop back to the water again. So, preparing for this, again, I'm going to set my horse back on his hocks, make sure I have a coiled canter. This is a fairly decent sized drop in. And then we go through the water, turn and jump the triple rail right there. Okay, so then we land off of there, come around and jump this, and you'll notice there's a black, it's called a black flag option. So there's an option here. So I'm pretty sure the black flag option is that corner where Buck is, but I don't really want to do that. So this is the faster route. Pretty straightforward. Again, it's on the frangible, so you have to make sure you have your horse in a good shape to jump it nice and clean. But it's also the fastest way to head back home across the bridge. Fergus. And we got another bridge to cross quickly. So then we head to 19, fairly straightforward brushy table. Again, gotta respect it though. Another example of the drain. Kind of hear the water going through. So footing is just going to get better and better throughout the day. So that's always great. Hey, Fergs, come here. So coming to 20A. It's fairly cool, like serpenty thing. And then we have another corner with a little lip there. Again, off of a little bit of a bending line, I think. Don't want to go too direct. And I believe this is, it's a 5 or a 6. I gotta walk it again. So I think for this combination, again, we're nearing the end. It just walks in a little bit of a long 5 and coming up the hill here if you walk it direct. So I think I'm gonna swing out just a little bit more and do the 6 just to be on the safer side. And again, that line, kind of land, come over to here and jump like this. Straight in between those flags. You can see the bushes there for a ground line. So, number 21. And the flag is this way because the 4-star is about to start soon. So, just to make sure you don't jump the wrong fence. Again, that's another table with the clip system on it. Fergus, stop it. And we have a good bit of ways to just a little skinny over there. Then we come to this skinny chevron fence, so gotta make sure the horses are balanced. And then we head straight up the hill to the last 3 jumps on course.